Imagine owning a literal gold mine, but instead of digging, you spend your days trying to collapse the tunnels because you don't like the person who found the vein. It sounds like economic suicide, doesn't it? But as we stand here on the very last day of 2025, the WNBA is in the middle of a silent, bitter, and increasingly public civil war that threatens to destroy the single greatest financial opportunity in the history of women's sports. The doomsday clock is officially ticking. In exactly 10 days, on January 9th, 2026, the current collective bargaining extension is set to expire. While the world celebrates a record-breaking year of growth, behind closed doors, the league's old guard and its newest superstar are locked in a high-stakes battle for the soul and, more importantly, the bank account of the WNBA. This isn't just about a game anymore. It's a $100 million ego war. We are witnessing a collision between the way things have always been done and a future that arrived much faster than anyone expected. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the Clark effect to expose the secret meetings, the locker room jealousy, and why the WNBA's legends might be about to bankrupt their own future just to prove a point. The numbers don't have feelings, but they do tell a story of an industry transformed overnight. Before 2024, the WNBA was essentially a charity project. It was heavily subsidized by the NBA, losing millions every year just to keep the lights on and the gyms open. It was a league of great talent, incredible dedication, but zero market leverage. Then the Empress arrived. We aren't just talking about social media hype or trending topics. We are talking about cold, hard, liquid cash flowing into a league that was previously thirsty for any drop of relevance. New end-of-year data from 2025 recently revealed something that sent shockwaves through the entire sports world. Caitlin Clark's jersey sales didn't just beat WNBA records, they outperformed NBA legends like LeBron James, Jason Tatum, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Only Stephen Curry sold more merchandise globally this year. Think about that for a second. A WNBA rookie is generating more direct merchandise revenue than almost every male superstar on the planet. This market power led to a staggering 500% increase in national TV ratings across networks like ABC, CBS, and ESPN. But the disparity in these numbers is what's truly shocking for the league's board of directors. Games featuring the Indiana Fever are regularly drawing over 2 million viewers. Meanwhile, games without Clark struggle to reach even 800,000. The business reality is cold and undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she is the product. She is the reason expansion teams like the Golden State Valkyries are now selling for $50 million. Investors aren't paying for the league as it was, they are paying for the league they hope she can build. However, instead of a thank you note from her peers, she received a target on her back. In psychology, there's a term called tall poppy syndrome. It describes a social phenomenon where people resent or attack those who achieve unconventional success or grow taller than the rest of the field. Inside the WNBA locker rooms, this syndrome has turned into a financial virus. Throughout 2025, we've seen veterans like Taurasi and Sheryl Swoopes spend more time gatekeeping than celebrating the newfound wealth of their industry. Taurasi famously warned early on that reality was coming for the rookie. But the reality that actually arrived was a $200 million TV deal that benefits every single player on every single roster. Yet the hostility only intensified. Why is there such deep-seated resentment? To understand it, you have to look at the history. For decades, these women played for crumbs in empty gyms. They endured commercial flights, low salaries, and a total lack of respect from the general public. They built the foundation with their blood, sweat, and tears. Now, a 23-year-old walks in, and the world suddenly hands her the kings to the kingdom. It is a classic generational ego clash. But the irony is tragic. Every hard foul, every dismissive comment, and every cold shoulder is a strike against their own brand. By trying to protect an old hierarchy that never actually made money, these legends are poisoning the well they all drink from. They are fighting for a throne in a house that was burning down before Clark brought the water. This generational ego clash is now costing the league millions in potential blue-chip sponsorships because investors are terrified of the internal toxicity and the optics of veteran stars attacking the league's biggest draw. Now we have to look at the doomsday clock mentioned earlier. The Players' Union has already authorized a strike. They have opted out of their current agreement, demanding a massive increase in revenue sharing. They want a bigger piece of the pie. They want better travel, higher salaries, and long-term security.
We demand a fair CBA
but
now.
Here is the
Equity,
inconvenient truth that
justice.
veterans don't want to hear. That pie exists only because of the fans and the corporate interest that Clark brought to the table. Caitlin Clark recently broke her silence at a Team USA practice, calling this the biggest moment in WNBA history and emphasizing that the players need to play basketball. To the business world, this was a call for stability and professional growth. To the union's old guard, it felt like a betrayal of their leverage. The market is already showing signs of this instability. Look at the recent crisis with Nike. After the massive backlash over the leaked Paige Bueckers signature logo, which fans famously compared to a trash can, the brand is scrambling to maintain its image. Investors are watching this drama unfold, and they're getting nervous. They don't want to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into a league that might cancel its 2026 season because of internal grudges and a refusal to acknowledge the new economic reality. If the Legends win this ego war and drive the league into a total lockout on January 9th, they will find themselves winning championships in empty gyms for a league that can no longer afford to pay them. We are talking about the potential collapse of expansion deals, the withdrawal of major sponsors, and a return to the dark ages of women's professional basketball. The WNBA is truly at a crossroads. It can choose to become a multi-billion-dollar global empire led by stars like Clark and Paige Bueckers, or it can choose to stay a niche sport fueled by decades-old grudges and a gatekeeping mentality. The fans have already made their choice. They have voted with their wallets, their time, and their remote controls. They chose the future. They chose the excitement. They chose the growth. But the question remains, will the league survive its own success? The mainstream media often suppresses these business-heavy deep dives because they don't fit the perfect sanitized narrative they want to sell. They want you to believe everything is perfect and that the growth is a collective effort with no friction. But we know better. Data doesn't lie. Revenue doesn't lie. And the tension on the court certainly doesn't lie. Here at True WNBA Stories, we value the data over the drama. We're building a community of fans who want to understand the real money, the real stakes, and the real power moves happening behind the scenes. If you want the truth that the mainstream ignores, you need to subscribe to this channel right now.
We
Our
demand a
next
fair
investigation
CBA now.
drops on the
Equity,
day of the January 9th
justice.
deadline, where we will break down the results of the lockout negotiations and what it means for the 2026 season. Don't let the algorithm decide what stories you hear. Don't let the surface-level reporting keep you in the dark. Join the empire. Hit the notification bell and tell us in the comments, Is the old guard saving the game's integrity by being tough on the new stars? Or are they destroying their own bank accounts out of pure spite? Are we watching a necessary transition or a tragic self-destruction? I'll see you in the next investigation.